What's up, guys? Greeny, and I've been here in Thailand now, living for 6 months. 6 months, my first 6 months in Thailand, and I wanted to talk to you guys about 20 things that come to my mind after living in Thailand for 6 months. Oh, thank you, dear. I came out here with a beer, and didn't think to bring this. You know why that is? Because it's my first beer in my new condo, and I'm sharing it with you guys. And this can opener, bottle opener, is not very easy to use. There we go. All right, first Leo at the new condo. What the fuck? Greeny's still a fucking slob. I can go to a nicer place and still be a slob. And I just took this out of the fridge literally 5 minutes ago, and it's already like getting warm. I'm gonna have to put in some ice or something. I don't know. But anyways, like I said, I've been here for 6 months now, and I made a list of the first 20 things that pop into my head about living in Thailand for 6 months. So let's get to it. Move the camera up a little closer. This should dry fast. This is one of my new shirts I just bought. One of those lighter shirts for the heat. And actually, it's pretty nice today. It's a little overcast, but it's much cooler than it's been. And so like I said, I'm here at the new condo. I'll do a video about the condo here soon. We're still doing some cleaning, still kind of moving in. I mean, we just moved out of the Grand Avenue over in Pattaya. And this is still a work in progress. So we'll get into this. We'll get into a few real estate type videos soon. But I just want to share with you guys 20 things that pop in my head when I think about living in Thailand now. First thing is paperwork. Lots of paperwork everywhere. Everywhere I go to do official documents, it's, you know, single, double, triplicate? Yeah, triplicate. And everything's official. I mean, stamp, 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 stamp. They love stamping things over here. So when I've been doing a lot of official things here lately, I've been finding this to kind of be the trend. Number two, pad kapow. And you know, being from America, I always thought that the number one food, or the main food, or the national meal in Thailand was pad thai. But how mistaken I was. It's pad kapow. I mean, Thre, my girlfriend, if you're new to the channel, she eats pad kapow like every other meal, literally, I'm not lying. And you know, a lot of other people I know love it. You know, it's okay for me. It's usually too spicy, so I don't know. Number three is pizza. Sounds kind of weird, but I think about pizza here. You would not believe how many places make pizza here. And I mean, I love trying them all. There's basically two types for me. There's the Thai pizza, and I say it when I make the videos, oh, this is Thai style. And that's not to say it's bad pizza, but the crust is usually a thinner crust, but not really in like a great way. It's kind of like a drier, denser thin. Whereas a lot of places make like the Neapolitan, which is also a thin crust, but it's more airy and flaky. And usually the sauce is maybe sometimes a little sweeter. You know, it's a little different sauce. You know when you have like a Thai style pizza or you have an Italian style pizza, and you know, they're fine. I mean, I'm not against the Thai style pizzas. I mean, it's a nice treat. It's good. I just prefer, you know, it's just one's kind of like a snack and one's like a real meal for me. So anyways, number 4 on my list is kind of goes together, Instagram and coffee shops. I've been to Pattaya a few times over the years. I've been other places in Thailand, Phuket, and Chiang Mai. When I was in Chiang Mai, I think that was 2018, tons of coffee shops, you know, and it's kind of known for that. But now, living in the Pattaya area, and now I'm a little bit out of the Pattaya area, but just there's coffee shops everywhere. There's more going up, and everyone has its own like unique, like Instagrammable feel. And it's so popular now. I mean, it's really this area, and I think it was pretty popular some of the time I spent in Bangkok. There's a lot of them too, but it's this area can definitely compete with any other area Thailand for like the coffee shop Instagrammable capital of Thailand. Moving on, number 5 on my list is condos. So I looked at a bunch of condos and moved into Grand Avenue. That was in December. And then a few months back, I started looking at condos again. I started looking at condos to possibly rent a condo. I looked at condos to possibly buy a condo. And, that's what I've been doing. I made a bunch of videos on condos. And I'll be having a video all about condos soon. A few videos probably. But anyways, that's just something I think about here, condos. Number 6 is heat and humidity. It has been hot as Hades lately, and it's just the last couple of days seem like they got a little bit cooler. The rainy season officially started. I don't know if that's going into their fall and winter or what. I don't know, but the last couple of months has been hot as shit. And I look at the heat forecast, and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any cooler. But today's this is one of the cooler days that we've had lately, so I'm really enjoying it. Number 7, and this is, no disrespect in this, but dealing with different things here, simple questions that I have or simple processes seem very complicated. It's like there's just always a lot of questions. Things that would seem simple to me are very complicated here sometimes. And I don't know why that is. I don't know, because everything is a very thorough process here. And I'll get another one on my list kind of relates to this with Thai workers, people working in Thailand. But it's just things seem overcomplicated sometimes. That's all I'm going to say on that. Number 8 is that Thais seem to take their work very serious. I see Thais working. I rarely see people slacking off. They're just like, they're on it. And maybe that has to do with the last thing I just said, that things are overcomplicated because they're very thorough. I guess, I don't know, in America, people make mistakes. Maybe here there's less mistakes made with paperwork and different things. I have no clue. But moving on to the next, number 9 is there's a lot of security here. You go to the shopping center, the malls, condos, everywhere. There's just so much security. Like I said, I just moved out of the Grand Avenue, and there's 4 security guards on duty there at each time. I talked to those guys before, and 4. And at one point, they made one he had to stand downstairs because they want people pulling in a certain way. Now they have it where they take your temperature when you go in, which was kind of like, I don't know, that was kind of getting weird for me. Like, I live here, and every time I come in and out, I have to have my temperature taken where I live. That bothered me. But another thing with the security is at these shopping centers and at the malls, they love directing traffic. And if it's just backing out of a parking spot, pulling in a parking spot, they love to direct you in and out, help you with parking. And that's just the thing here. I don't know if that's part of, like, when you're in security, that's part of the training that you're supposed to do that or whatever. But it's just one of the 20 observations I made. Number 10 is the construction, the road work, the infrastructure. There is tons of buildings going up. Last time I was in Bangkok, I had to count out in the distance 20, 30 different cranes. And I know there's a few developments out there that are just huge projects, like a square mile project that's going to be like its own mini city. There's a few of those there in Bangkok that I saw. And down in Pattaya and Jomtien, you got a ton of things going up. The Sukhumvit Highway, I just did the video on that the other day. Tons, or it may be a split level, like an upper and lower highway, but it's going to be like a super highway going out to the UTP airport from Pattaya. And, it's just they're doing a lot of things with the infrastructure here. I wish that when I was in America, in the Detroit and Flint area, that there was this much stuff going on because, there's a lot of, people downplay Thailand, but there's a lot of progress going on here. I don't know if it's Chinese money, European money, Thai money. I don't know who's dumping all this money here, but the infrastructure is just blowing up here. Number 11 on my list is I think of beaches. I love going to the beach. I love hanging out at the beach. My new condo I bought is just very close to the beach. Pattaya Beach. We've been on trips to Koh Lanta, Koh Larn, Phuket. I just love the beach. I love being near the beach, and I could live much cheaper, just a little ways farther away from the beach. I like to be able to see the water. Just my preference, something I like, and I'll get into that a little bit more later when I talk about my condo. I'll tell you about that. Number 12 on my list, I think about YouTube. When I came to Thailand in the end of October, beginning of November, went into quarantine, my YouTube channel was, I don't even think I had 100 people watching, and now it's like almost 5,500, something like that. So it's really blown up, and really my channel is supposed to be a travel channel. I mean, I'm supposed to be out traveling, going to different places. My plan was United States, kind of a summer base, Thailand a winter base, do some traveling around Southeast Asia when I'm here, when I'm home in America, South America, Caribbean, America, Canada, different things like that. But, just being in Thailand, I think has definitely helped my YouTube channel. I think more people are interested in Thailand than any other country there is. I mean, there's just a lot of demand for YouTube videos in Thailand. Number 13, queues, or as in America we call them lines. Everywhere. I mean, you go to the mall and I got to do banking. You pick a number, you got to wait in the queue. You go to immigration, you got to wait in the queue. A lot of places you go. Luckily, restaurants, when the bars were open, things like that, there's been no queue. It's not lucky for the people that work there because it sucks for them because they're not getting as much business, but there hasn't been as much a queue there. But that's just something I think about, is these lines that I have to wait in. All right, 14 and 15 are kind of related, and they kind of go back to the people working in places. But when you shop here, this is just something, I don't know if it's unique to Asia, Southeast Asia, or Thailand, but I'll just give you an example. Yesterday, we were in Home Pro, which is like kind of like a Home Depot, not as big. But, you ask for something. They walk you across the store, the person, show you exactly where it is. They wait there. If you have any questions about it, it seems like the person that took you there, they're the one that knows about it. They answer questions. If you want to see something, it's like they're almost like your valet or caddy. I don't know what you would call it, but your personal assistant there at the store for the day. You can walk all around, look at a ton of things, and usually they know about everything in the store. They'll take you to, show you wherever you want. So related to that, number 15 is in restaurants. First of all, when they bring you your menu, a lot of times the employee or the waitress or whoever, they just stand there and kind of wait for you to, decide what you want. And let me tell you, some of these menus here are like 30 pages long. And like, I am a foodie. I like to look at all the pictures, and it takes me a long time to decide what I want to eat. So I kind of feel like a dick, but I'm like, can you come back? And I haven't come back, but it's the same thing. They'll bring you the bill and they'll just stand there and wait for you to take out your credit card or money and pay for it. I kind of like to just be left alone for a minute and look at the bill, and whatever. But, I just pull out the money now and pay, or credit card, whatever. But two kind of things. And it's another thing, related to Thai working style, working in Thailand. But number 16, and if you haven't dated a Thai girl, you may not be familiar with this one. If you have, you'll know what I'm talking about. Thai girl hair. I've had a couple girlfriends here, and Fi and I are dating now, and everything's going pretty good. But, I've had a few other girlfriends, but hair everywhere. I don't know if it's the long hair, if that they do different things with their hair, if it's the shampoos they use here, but it's just something with Thai girl hair. It's on the floor. We're sweeping it up every day. It's a thing, and it's just something I think about. One of the top 20. Number 16 is delivery. In Thailand here, you get, and I don't want to leave anybody off the list. I mean, for food, you get food delivered. Food Panda, Hungry Now, Grab, Line Man. We get water delivered at 7-Eleven. They deliver for free. You just tip the guy or whatever. But 7-Eleven will deliver anything you want here. There's also like Lazada and Shopee. You can buy goods for the house. There's that other one, Alibaba. That's from China. It's like Amazon. You can order furniture, whatever, just like Amazon. I don't know. I never order from there, but it's just, you could literally be online and order all your food, everything. You could technically not even leave your house here if you didn't want to. Number 18 durian. And especially right now, the last month or so, there is durian shops everywhere, or stands. Thai people are crazy about durian, and I tried it. It was okay. And this is what I found about the durian is that apparently if you buy the more expensive ones, the nice ones, and they don't smell that bad and they taste pretty good. If you let it sit around for a little while, it's going to start stinking. Like, I would not buy one and put it in your fridge. If you buy it, eat it immediately. Don't buy the cheap shitty kind. Apparently the cheap ones, they go bad real quick. So number 19, we're almost there. Soy dogs. There is more dogs here than ever. I've been to Thailand, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times maybe, just on different trips around Asia. And but now there is more dogs running around everywhere than ever before. I don't know if it's because of the economy. People just let their dogs loose and just, can't pay for your food anymore. Goodbye. Just letting you go run the street. But there is dogs running around loose everywhere. And I feel bad. We feed them when we can. And, it's out of control. Really they should address the issue. It sucks. But, and the last thing that I'm going to say about Thailand is I want to talk about the bars. I think about bars. Well, that's what I think about in Thailand. But now on this trip, I think about the lack of bars. 2 out of my 6 months here, the bars have been completely closed. Other times, bars have been kind of dead. And I'm not a bar guy. I wouldn't go to the bar every night. But I like to go to the bar, once a week maybe. Just go meet up with friends or whatever, socialize. Besides hanging out with Thre and a couple of good friends of mine, I really haven't socialized. I got a bunch of other friends that I met that are kind of, not close friends, but I'd like to get together, hang out, have drinks, and that's been kind of kaput. I'd still rather be here than anywhere else. But it's just I think about how they're losing money, how the employees and the owners and I thought about it, I looked at some bars. I thought about maybe buying one or opening one, and, it's just really bad right now. Restaurants too, obviously. Everybody in the travel industry, entertainment industry, or anything dealing with foreigners are hurting. But anyways, that's my list of 20 things. If you guys think of anything that, what pops into your mind when you think about Thailand? Like, if you spent an elongated, you like that term? I don't know. Does that relate to this? But if you spent an excessive amount of time in Thailand, what pops in your head? I don't know. If you just come here on vacation, what do you think of? Probably different things. Probably the things that I used to think about when I'd come here for, 3, 4, 5 days, and then, go over to Hong Kong or go to Japan, and, I'm traveling around. You think of Thailand one way then, it's a vacation place. But now living here, I think about it differently. And I will tell you, I'm very comfortable here. It feels like a home. And, all the comforts of home here and more. I mean, there's just things, I was talking to a guy yesterday online about the wussification of America, and here it's just, if you trip and fall, you ain't suing nobody. I mean, it's just, you gotta be responsible for yourself. Anyways, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know also in the comments if you like this type of thing, like a talking about different things. And maybe I'll make more. I will be making a few about real estate and some condo tours, a tour of my condo, and I have a lot to say through my experiences over the last month or so about a few different things about real estate and governmental processes here, things like that. But Greeny's out. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.